Brit, I also have some question that I'm really interested in asking you.
All right.
Okay. As a director of economic development in Bozeman, so can you share with me what made you proud?
I think the proudest project that we've completed, as far as projects are concerned, is our fiber optic network. That was an effort, a community effort that involved many people who saw a need for something in our community and came together to provide that service. And so that would probably be my proudest project achievement. But there's many other things that I'm proud of, and that's mostly the relationships that we built in the community with the local businesses, with our economic development partners, and I have the opportunity to work with really good staff, and working with these people gives me energy and makes me feel like we're in a team. And so creating a team in order to solve these problems and having people really believe that that's the right way to move forward I also feel very proud of.
Yeah, it's a great story about the fiber option of this network.
We're very proud of it. It's brand new, right?
Yeah.
It's only been functional for a short period of time, and so we're still basking in the glow of that success.
Yeah, well, thank you for sharing that with me. So, in your opinion, what is the potential field for, foster the cooperation between Bozeman and Vietnam in the next city onshore?
Sure. Well, the answer to that question only recently started to emerge because I didn't know initially what could we work on together that would last, and that became, the more I learned about some of the needs of Vietnam in terms of agricultural needs, in particular. I thought perhaps there's some opportunity to assist with the transition in food crops. And we have an agricultural university at Montana State here in Bozeman, and so my intention is to continue having conversations about how we can work together with Vietnam in order to work on some of these food security issues.
Yeah, it's really interesting that I share the same, opinions about the future for economic cooperation with you.
Great. Well, good. I'm glad that gives us something to work on.
Yeah, it's really great.
I think so.
Okay, so what are your vision about the future of Bozeman City?
Well, Bozeman right now is the fastest growing city in the state of Montana, and trends in the United States right now indicate that will continue. And so what our largest challenge is to manage that growth in a way that preserves all of what we have come to enjoy in Bozeman. People are coming here because they have a high opinion of the quality of life.
Yeah.
And so we have to be very thoughtful in how we develop our community to preserve the quality of life, while at the same time allowing for additional jobs to be created by the private sector, growing our infrastructure where appropriate, and of course workforce development and education are two very important pillars of our economic development strategy. Yeah. So growth would be the largest challenge we have ahead of us in managing it well.
Yeah, and I think that is a matter of sustainable growth, right?
Exactly, sustainable growth, managed growth, thoughtful growth, because we don't want to see ourselves, we enjoy the investment, but we don't want to see ourselves undermining the reason that people are choosing to come here today.
Yeah. That's a good strategy.
Yeah, well, thank you. It takes a lot of us working together. It's not just an economic development imperative, but I think the community as a whole, from the elected officials down to the staff, are focused on trying to do that well.
So beyond the property tax, can you share with me some of the other source or fund for growth?
Sure.
Yeah.
So in Montana, we have a very limited way of limited resources related to taxes, and so we have a state income tax and we have property taxes. Our communities don't have sales taxes unless they are of a certain small size and are allowed to employ the local option sales tax. So what we use in Montana for economic development are our tax increment finance districts, which is a tax collection tool, allows us to collect the taxes and hold them aside so that we can invest in infrastructure in those districts. And so at the moment, we are having discussions at the state legislature about the local option sales tax, whether or not that can be loosened up, regulations can be loosened up so that communities our size can use that mechanism. We also have a gas tax that is managed by our county, and so they have some oversight on the gas tax, and so that takes cooperation between our two local government jurisdictions, county government and city government. So we're having those conversations. And so all of these things are moving forward, but slowly, as you might imagine. As our state is evolving, our economy is evolving, so therefore our ability or the mechanisms for funding this evolution also have to grow and change. And so that comes with some difficult conversations.
Yeah. Well, you answered really specific information, and thank you very much.
Thank you, Trang. Thank you very much.